This review is for the new film Blood Diamond, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jimon Hunsu, and Jennifer Connelly. This film overall, I did quite enjoy it, but then again, I'm also pretty interested in social issues such as this, and I do have a little bit of background in that. But the problem is, in terms of other more socially conscious type action movies or slash thrillers or whatever you'd categorize this film as, I think it was affected by a number of what I would consider fatal flaws. Number one, I think it really ran over long, which affected the pacing and overall, I guess, the consistent impact of the film overall, especially in the theater setting. I don't think it really grabbed interest consistently over throughout the entire film. There's a couple parts that I think really dragged long and suffered from poor editing. A couple other things that really, I guess, disrupted the overall quality viewing experience was the fact that I thought Leonardo DiCaprio's accent in the film was absolutely awful, completely unauthentic, completely distracting for the most part to me. Other than that, Jennifer Connelly, wonderful as usual. Ji-won Hunsu, amazing actor. I've seen pretty much all of his films so far released, it for wide release, and I think his performance was pretty much a centerpiece of the film. But unfortunately, I think the film's socially conscious agenda was kind of offset by the fact that they did try to tackle two very different objectives. One being an incredibly entertaining blockbuster film for theater audiences, and another basically addressing this incredibly devastating international issue of the diamond trade and its involvement with conflict diamonds and whatnot. And unfortunately, I don't think they really tackled the actual essence of different governments involved in this or the complexity of the issue. I think it suffers from the fact that they really do oversimplify it. And I've talked to people who do believe that they address a lot of the complexity of it, but I don't really think they went far enough. So I guess I would say one of the key issues that I have with the film is that I don't think it really goes far enough in terms of being a socially conscious film and being somewhat uncovering this conflict for the Western audiences, for a commercial audience, but they also didn't go far enough in making this an entertaining blockbuster film. So I guess it falls short in both directions, but overall it is a consistently good and quality film, but I wouldn't rank it as one of the best in terms of addressing a social issue while being entertaining at the same time. So overall, I'm not sure how I would give it a star rating, but I maybe 3 out of 5, possibly lower if only for editing and inconsistency. So overall, I definitely would recommend this to people, especially if you don't have a clear background in the understanding of how these diamonds are being trafficked. But overall, if you are familiar with it and you're not a big fan of any of these three leading actors, I maybe would not recommend this movie, if only because of the fact that I don't think it has that much more to offer to people. If they're already familiar with the issue and they're not necessarily a fan of any of these three main leading actors. So I guess it might have fallen short of a lot of the expectations that I had for it initially.